Hey everybody, it's Jeff O'Connor and welcome back to my shop. Now if you're in the market for a new lathe, stick around because I'm going to talk about my Nova Galaxy lathe here that I've had for over 2 years and give you my impressions of it. Okay, so this is it. This is the Nova Galaxy DVR. I bought this about 2 years ago, and at the time I was looking to upgrade from my mini lathe. Over here I've got the little Excelsior one from Rockler. Great little lathe, but I just wanted to start doing larger work and I was not able to do it on that lathe any longer. So invested in this one, did a lot of research into 1.5 to 2 horsepower lathes, and this just had a lot of good reviews. And I took a chance with it, and I'll tell you, I cannot be happier with this lathe. It's awesome. It's about 450 pounds, and you can see it's a decent sized lathe. It has a pretty decent footprint on it. But at 1.75 horsepower, I have not found a lathe yet that has as much torque as this one does. And I've used lathes from 1.5 to 2 horsepower from other companies, and this has more torque in it. So at low speeds, this thing is awesome with doing larger work and so forth. The tailstock and the headstock, if we're looking at the distance between centers, is about 44 inches. So if you're doing large spindle work, you have plenty of room to work there. I tend to make fighting sticks that can go up to 36 inches long, so this is really, really nice for me. If we look at the tailstock here, again, very high quality, very heavy, very smooth action. This lever here locks in very, very tight. The action here of our MT2 Morse taper goes out to about 3.5 inches, so if you have to reach into work to secure it, real nice, very smooth action. And we use this lever to lock it. Here we've got a little bit of a tool storage. I keep a couple of my bits in here that I always lose pretty much every time I use them, so I keep it in there and I haven't lost them yet. Now if we look at our tool rest here, same thing. There's plenty of tool rest that you can get that will fit this size here. I believe it was 1 inch, but I've got a curved one for bowls, a shorter one. This again is very, very solid. I mean, the quality of this lathe is exceptional and locks in really, really nice. Dead flat. So dead flat serves, I checked with a straight edge, 0 vibration when you turn this thing on, even at very high RPM. So really, really high quality. I think it's the cast iron legs and just the weight of it itself really, really helps control any vibration. If we look at the headstock here, this is a DVR, so we've got a digital readout here. And this is the main reason that I went with a larger lathe with a DVR feature, because I can now control my speeds. So like most of you, when we're turning at one speed, and then we got to bring it down for sanding, and then we bring it down again for putting the finish on and so forth. So this is able to do it with a quick adjustment of the button here. So if you come in, I can show you here. We're set at 985 right now. If I just turn the knob to the right, I can make micro adjustments to my speed. And if I push it in and turn it, it starts making larger jumps. And depending on what the speed is, it makes bigger jumps along the way. So really, really nice feature to adjust your speed quickly and accurately. Now I keep these are presets here, and I keep my F1 set at 1200. It's pretty much what I turn most things at. So as soon as I turn the lathe on, I hit F1 and I go to work on the 1200 speed. Now this button here is my forward and reverse. So if you look at these arrows, this is showing me them in reverse right now. It'll ask me to make sure I want to be reverse, and then it kicks on. And if I want to reverse that, stop it, hit the reverse button, and you see the arrows change. Now put it into forward position. So really nice feature, especially if you're sanding bowls. Now you can kind of reverse it and get both sides of the grain. Really great feature there. If I'm taking my chucks off or they get stuck, this is your lock up top. You just turn this, and that locks it in place so you can take it off easier. Lift it back up, and we're back in action here. Another nice feature is I can rotate my headstock to do some outboard turning. So if I turn from this direction here, I'm working at about 16 inches in diameter for a piece. If I want to do anything larger than that, all I've got to do is take my lever here, unlock my headstock, turn this button till it clicks, and that locks it out. I can rotate, and I can do my outboard turning, As I turn it back in, there's actually detents that are built into this. So it'll lock back in place for me. I know that I'm spot on with the center of the table again. And I just lock that back in. So you got about 16 inches here. You turn it, it can go all the way around too. If you had more space on this side, you could actually turn on the back end there and get about 26 inches worth of workspace for a really large turning. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. That is my impression of this lathe. A couple features I really like about it. If you're in the market, take a look at it. You will not be disappointed. I've used a lot of lathes in the 2 horsepower range. To me, this outperforms all of them, and it's cheaper than any I've come across. So excellent investment and well worth the price. The customer service from Nova is also phenomenal. I had a couple parts I had to get replaced along the way, and very, very good, very, very quick to respond. So I really like the piece, and I highly recommend it to you guys. That's all I got for today. We got a bowl here to finish up, and Hans and I are going to get to work because this wood ain't going to work itself. We'll see you next time.